Hello friends, welcome to yet another video at Finance MCQ channel. I am CMA Agula Sridhar. Friends, in today's video, we'll be studying the procedure for formation of a company and understand what Memorandum of Association and Article of Association is. Friends, this technical syllabus includes subjects such as costing, then commerce and accountancy, management, finance, companies act and economics. And friends, this technical syllabus is very important for your selection as it covers 100 marks in phase 1 and is also having 2/3 weightage in phase 2 of your SEBI Grade A officer exam. So let's begin. First basic requirement which we should know for the formation of a company is the minimum persons required to form a company. So friends, in case of public company, the minimum number of persons required is 7, while in case of private company, the minimum person is 2, and in case of one person company, the requirement is of 1 person. Now friends, let's revise and see the maximum number of members which each of these 3 type of companies can have. Friends, as far as public company is considered, there is no maximum limit on the number of members it can have, and for private company there is a limit of 200 members, and for one person company, as the name suggests, the minimum and maximum person would be 1. But friends, here the one person company need to specify the name of a nominee in Memorandum of Association who would take his place in case of his death or in case of his incapacity to contract. Moving on friends, now let's study the procedure for incorporation of a company as defined under section 7 of the Companies Act. So friends, for the registration of the company, the following documents and information are required to be filed with the registrar under whose jurisdiction the company is proposed to be situated. Friends, first they will have to submit the duly signed memorandum and articles of the company by all subscribers to the memorandum. And friends, they will have to submit a declaration by person. Friends, here the person may include an advocate, a chartered accountant, a cost accountant, or a company secretary in practice who is engaged in the formation of the company. And by a person, friends, here person may be a director, a manager, or a secretary of the company named in the articles that all the requirements of this act and the rules have been compiled with. Friends, further they will have to submit a declaration from each subscriber and first directors mentioned in the articles that he is not convicted of any offense related to the promotion, formation or management of any company. Friends, you will have to further give a declaration that he has not been found guilty of any fraud or misfeasance or any breach of duty under company laws during the last 5 years. Friends, further they will have to give a declaration that the information on documents filed with the registrar is correct and complete as per his knowledge and belief. Friends, they will have to submit the address for correspondence till its registered office is established. Friends, they will have to also submit the particulars and identity proof like the names, residential address, nationality of every subscriber to the memorandum and first directors as mentioned in the articles of the company. And friends, in the end, they will have to submit the consent of the first directors to act as directors, and their interest in the other firms or body corporate is also needs to be disclosed. So friends, the registrar on the basis of the document and information filed shall issue a certificate of incorporation. And friends, further on and from the date mentioned in the certificate of incorporation, the registrar shall allot the company a corporate identification number, which shall be a distinct identity for the company and which shall also be included in the certificate of incorporation. Moving on, now friends, let's study the implications of incorporating a company by furnishing of false or correct information or by suppressing of any material fact or information or by any fraudulent action. So friends, tribunal may on the application made to it on being satisfied that the situation demands may pass an order for changes in the management of the company, including changes in its memorandum and articles in public interest or in the interest of the company and its members and creditors. Friends, the tribunal can also order and even direct that the liability of the members shall be unlimited. So friends, in this case, the members will be personally liable for any debts of the company. Friends, the tribunal may further order for removal of the company from the register of the companies. Friends, for tribunal can also pass an order for winding up of the company and it can also pass any other orders as it may deems fit. Friends, now let's study the effect of registration as defined under Section 9 of the Companies Act 2013. So friends, after registration, the company shall be a body corporate. Friends, the subscriber to the memorandum and all other persons who may from time to time become members of the company shall be a body corporate by the name contained in the memorandum. And friends, there will be an existence of a binding contract between the company and its members as evidenced by the memorandum and articles of association. Friends, after registration, it will be a separate legal entity. Friends, the law recognizes such a company as a juristic person separate and distinct from its members, with the power to acquire, hold and dispose of property that may be both movable and immovable, tangible and intangible, to contract, to sue and to be sued by the said name. So friends, after registration, the company will have a perpetual succession. Friends, it has perpetual existence until it is dissolved by liquidation or struck out by the registrar from the register of companies. Friends, the status of the company is not affected by the death, insolvency, insanity, retirement, etc. of its members. Moving on. Friends, after registration, the company can purchase shares in another company. Friends, a company may purchase shares of another company and thus become a controlling company. Friends, but remember that even though it purchases all shares of the another company, it will not serve as means of putting an end to the corporate character of another company. And friends, such another company and this company both will be a separate juristic entity as far as the Companies Act is considered. Friends, similarly, entire shares of the company can also be brought by other entities. So friends, even when the entire share capital has been contributed by central government and all its shares are held by the President of India and other officers of the central government, this will not make any difference in the position of the registered company, and this will not make the company an agent either of the President or the central government. So friends, remember that it will always be recognized as a juristic person separate and distinct from its members. Now friends, let's move on and understand a very important concept, that is Memorandum of Association. So friends, Memorandum of Association and it's defined under Section 2 subsection 56 means the Memorandum of Association of a company as originally formed, framed or as altered from time to time in pursuance of any previous company law or of this Act. Now friends, let's move on and study the features of Memorandum of Association to make the concept more clear. So friends, remember that Memorandum of Association is the base document for formation of a company, and along with Article of Association, it is regarded as the constitution of the company. So friends, Memorandum of Association contains the object of the for which the company is formed and thus presents the scope of its operations beyond which the actions cannot go. So friends, any contract or agreement beyond the scope of memorandum will be ultra vires and void. And friends, it enables the shareholders, the creditors and all those who deal with the company to know what its powers are and what activities it can engage in. And friends, Memorandum of Association is a public document as defined under Section 399 of Companies Act 2013. So friends, every person who are entering into the contract with the company is presumed to have knowledge of the conditions contained therein. Moving on, let's study what is Article of Association. So friends, as per Section 2 subsection 5, articles means the articles of association of a company as originally framed or as altered from time to time or applied in pursuance of previous company law or of this Act. Friends, as far as the features of Article of Association is considered, friends, articles of a company shall contain the internal rules and regulations for the management of the company. Friends, the Article of Association should also be in harmony with the memorandum of the company, meaning which the articles cannot prescribe rules which is beyond the powers mentioned in memorandum. So friends, remember that Article of Association is always subordinate to Memorandum of Association, which is considered a constitution of the company. Friends, Articles of Association may be considered as a user's manual for an organization and typically includes provision on the company name, its purpose, the share structure, the company's organization and provisions concerning shareholders meeting. Friends, for more practice of MCQs on this topic, please visit financemcq.in, where the entire SEBI grade exam technical syllabus is covered in MCQ format. Friends, here 2000 plus subject wise, topic wise MCQ questions are presented for you to practice. Friends, explanation are also added for correct answers wherever required. So friends, apart from this, there are 25 test series covering the technical syllabus for more and more practice. So friends, do visit financemcq.in and practice your technical syllabus well. And friends, don't forget that this technical syllabus is having 100 marks in phase 1 and is also having 2/3 weightage in phase 2 of your SEBI grade exam. So friends, this technical syllabus is very important for your selection. So friends, that's all for today. We will go through some more insight into the topic tomorrow. Till then, thank you very much for watching. Take care and goodbye. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.